The Order of Operations, Solving Math Expressions by Julia Keith. You were sitting in class one day and your teacher says, "All right, everybody, who can tell me what 2 to the power of 3 minus 3 times by parentheses 8 minus 6 is?" This is so easy, you think. 2 to the power of 3 is the same as 2 times 2 times 2, which equals 8. 8 minus 3 equals 5. 5 times by parentheses 8 minus 6 is the same as 5 times 2 equals 10. You raise your hand and tell the teacher the answer is 10. She replies, "No, try again." You think. You do all of your calculations again and come up with the same answer. You raise your hand and say to the teacher, "No, the answer is definitely 10. She replies, "Did you use the order of operations when you solved this equation?" The order of operations, you think? What's that? You turn to the back of your textbook to look up the glossary for the definition of order of operations. The glossary tells you that an order of operations is the set of rules of which calculation goes first in an expression. But before I go on, what's an expression again? So the order of operations looks at expressions. Isn't that like an equation, you think? No, you look to the back of your textbook and look at the glossary. An equation is a mathematical statement that two expressions are equal, whereas an expression is a mathematical phrase containing operations, numbers, and/or variables. It does not have an equal sign. So let's look at the order of operations. The first operation is parentheses. Parentheses are round brackets that group things together. If an expression has a parentheses, you must solve within the parentheses first. The next operation to solve after parentheses are exponents. An exponent is the number that indicates how many times the base is used as a factor. In the case of the picture, it would be 10 times 10. After exponents, we solve the multiplication problems in the expression. This should be really easy, you think. I'm really good at multiplication. Division is the next in the order of operations after multiplication. Sometimes division problems are hard, you think, but I like math, so I practice all the time. After division, we solve the addition problems in the expression. I like to use mental math when adding numbers together. Subtraction is the last in the order of operations after the addition problems in the expression. Phew, that's a lot to remember, but my teacher says not to worry. There is an easy way to remember it all. My teacher tells me just to remember the first letter of all of the order of operations, and they spell out PEMDAS. P for parentheses, E for exponents, M for multiplication, D for division, A for addition, and S for subtraction. Well, that's a bit easier to remember. If you can't remember PEMDAS, there's another way to remember it. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. What's that, you say? Your teacher says P means parentheses, E equals exponents, M equals multiplication, D equals division, A equals addition, and S equals subtraction. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Oh, I get it. So let's go back to our original problem and solve using the order of operations. Our original problem was 2 to the power of 3 minus 3 times by parentheses 8 minus 6. According to the order of operations, we solve the parentheses first, so 8 minus 6 equals 2. Our new problem becomes 2 to the power of 3 minus 3 times by 2. Next, we solve the exponents. We know that 2 to the power of 3 is equal to 8, so our expression becomes 8 minus 3 times 2. Let's do the multiplication next. 3 times 2 is 6, so our expression becomes 8 minus 6 equals 2. So just remember to please excuse my dear Aunt Sally and you can solve math expressions using the order of operations.